From beautiful downtown Indio, this is In Indio, your local source for information and entertainment. And now, your hosts, Rick Wise and Shirley Schumann. This is In Indio.
Happy March.
Hey, happy March to you. St. Patty's Day.
It's St. Patrick's month, right?
St. Patrick's month, right? That's wearing green.
We're wearing green, yes.
Wearing green.
And you know who St. Patrick is, right?
No.
Why are you wearing green?
Well, because everybody wears green on St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick was the guy in Ireland that supposedly got rid of all the snakes.
Oh, I think the Pied Piper did that. You know, the guy.
Yeah, I don't... Anyway, we're all Irish.
Well, why not?
He was and he became a saint because he brought Christianity into Ireland.
Oh.
So that's why he's famous, I guess.
To me, it's just an excuse to drink. So.
Do you eat, what do we eat on St. Patrick's Day?
Corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage. You probably just eat the cabbage, right?
I do. Mickey eats the corned beef and I eat the cabbage.
Mickey eats the good stuff. So what's going on here in the city of Indio?
Well, let's see. We have our food trucks every Friday night.
5 to 10?
5 and 10, down on Towne and Bliss. We have the farmers market starting up again.
That's on Saturday, the very next day. Same place.
Right,
yes.
Between 9 and 1.
Okay.
Please try to support them, because this way they could grow.
Right.
You know, and we could get many vendors. What else do we have?
On March 8th, we have the Rotary Club is doing the 4th annual Artisan Festival, and that's free for everybody, and that's at Towne and Bliss also. Mm-hmm. And that's where there's going to be, it's kind of like the farmer's market on steroids. There's going to be artists there and jewelry and a lot of other stuff that you can get.
It's like a craft show.
Yes, it's like a craft show right downtown again.
Okay.
Yeah, for more information, go to indiorotary.org.
And then the Indio Water Corporation is having Hazard Waste Day.
Oh, that's always a good deal.
Yes, because I have a bunch of used batteries that I have no idea where it's supposed to go.
Right. Batteries, I think old TVs.
Small appliances.
Refrigerators. Things that you don't put in your recycling bin or your garbage.
Right.
Yeah, and it's free for Indio residents, I believe.
Yes. You just have to drop it off and they'll just take care of it. And that's on Saturday between 9 and 2 p.m.
That's March 8th. And that's 83101 Avenue 45. Okay, and the big thing. The BNP. You have to love tennis. It's so great. I mean, Indian Wells, it's just beautiful there. Have you ever been there? I've driven by. I've never been inside.
Oh, it's gorgeous inside.
We're talking about the tennis complex there at Indian Wells.
Right, in Indian Wells. It is absolutely beautiful inside. And they have this big lawn where people could bring their chairs and watch the tennis on a big screen if you don't have tickets.
Yeah.
And a lot of people here volunteer.
Right, I was going to say, people do play tennis here, but I don't think they're professionals and actually playing in the tournament.
No. But
we have a lot of volunteers there.
Yeah. This is like the Grand Slam, even though it's not the Grand Slam, but it's a big one. It's a big event.
It's at the same level the Wimbledon is. I mean, it's a big thing. It's huge.
It is. You get all the great tennis stars coming out to compete. So it's really beautiful in there.
Yeah, so try, go to BNP, Open.com.
Correct.
And I'm not sure how to say that. BNP
Paribas.
And then something a little different. Have you ever gone and watched a polo match?
Yes.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
Oh my God, I love the intermission when you start stamping.
Oh, you got to stomp the ground. Yeah, you got to be careful where you stomp, though.
Wow.
Because the horses are running around there. But that's every Sunday until March 23rd at the Eldorado Polo Club. Not the big polo club, where they do Coachella and stuff. Go down the street a little bit further down.
Right. And there's a great restaurant there in the complex.
Right. So, anyway, just go to EldoradoPoloClub.com, get information on times and tickets.
It's a lot of fun. The kids would love it also.
Yeah.
Now we have my favorite little theater, Desert Theater Works.
Is it? Okay.
And they're putting on, what they're putting on this month. Let me see. What do we have down here?
Tootsie.
Tootsie. Oh, right. Dummy.
Do you remember the movie?
Yes, with Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, yeah.
Yeah.
And about 1982, 3, something like that?
I don't know.
You weren't even born yet. So,
I don't
yeah.
know. It was before my time.
Before your time, right.
Yeah. No, it's a great movie. So, yeah, I have tickets to go see the show.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Great.
I
Let me know how that goes.
I see all their shows. We just saw this great show last month. We saw Illegally Blonde. That was really, really good.
Was it good?
Oh, my God.
You know, for a little neighborhood theater group, they do really well. They do good.
They do.
And you know, Skechers is open.
Yeah, it's right next door to Tilly's.
Yes. Has Tilly's open yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So Skechers is open, and that's on, what is that shopping center called? It's Avenue 42 in Jackson.
It's right next to Home Depot.
Home Depot, Winco, that whole complex there. So.
5, what's it called? Below 5?
Yeah, below 5, yeah. So
Winco.
I'm excited.
Just go to Winco and you'll see it.
Yeah.
In Indio.
Okay, let's talk about what's happening here at Four Seasons, okay?
Yes, we
Okay.
should.
There's a
Yes.
social at the Lodge on March 7th at 5 o'clock.
Right.
Something on a stick. Now, my imagination went crazy. You're going to have to help me out on this. So, we're supposed to bring something on a
I gotta meet the person that thought about this.
something on a stick. What is that?
Well, what they were trying to do is put dessert on a stick. You know, like
Oh, it's food.
Yes.
Oh,
It's food.
It's food.
Calm down.
like
It's
a
food.
corn dog on a stick, right?
Like on a stick, right? You could
Okay.
put dessert on the stick. You could put fruit on the stick. You could put a cookie on the stick. It's on a stick.
So bring something on a stick to this social, right?
Right. Well, I think the whole thing was that I think we're going to sit around the fire pit.
Oh,
It's going to be
okay.
like an outdoor thing.
You know, this weather, it's good to be around the fire pit. So.
It is. It's like perfect weather for it.
With your thing on a, not your thing on a stick, but you bring something on a stick and sit around the fire pit. Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Just do a windmill on a stick.
That starts at 5 o'clock at the Lodge.
Yeah, it should be. You know, this community just has to come together and have fun and socialize and talk to your neighbors and sit around the fire pit with a glass of wine and something on a stick.
Something on a stick, right?
Maybe an olive.
Right.
Put an olive on the stick.
Right. Oh, you bring a little tiny stick that you put in a martini.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes, we figured it out.
What else do we got going?
Well, we have a new hairdresser coming because Kimber, our hairdresser, our resident hairdresser.
Right, I was saying, what happened to Kimber?
Well, she put her house up for sale.
Oh,
They
she's moving.
Yeah, her family and her want to move, I believe, to South Carolina or North Carolina, but one of the Carolinas. And Connie, who's a resident here, is taking over.
Okay. Well,
So-
Kimber had a lot of customers here. A lot of our neighbors go to Kimber.
I go to Kimber.
Well, that may not be a good advertisement, but
He's starting up with me again. All right. Okay. As the show goes, I'll get back at him.
okay.
Especially without a stick.
So, right, yeah. So Kimber's leaving, and Connie will be taking over, and she's having an open house
March 11th.
Tuesday, March 11th, starting at 3 o'clock. So you go meet Connie, kind of look
Say
around
hello.
the place, and
You probably know her because, you know, she lives here.
yeah. Then Sunday, March 16th, is Boma's Music Fest. Every month, you know, the local musicians in the neighborhood get together. They have a happy hour. We bring our wine and little snacks and
on
stuff.
a stick.
On a stick, yes.
That's going to be our theme today.
Yeah, on a stick.
Stick.
So yeah, that starts at 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock as always. It's always the same every month. So
Yes.
anyway,
yes, it
so
is.
go support our local band, Boma, at Music Fest on Sunday, March 16th.
16 at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now we have March 30th, and it's really important everyone goes to this. It's the Emergency Preparation Seminar for earthquakes. I mean, we live right on the fault, and we should know how to prepare ourselves.
Well, after the fires in LA, it just kind of bring an awareness that stuff happens.
It does.
Stuff
it does.
can happen.
Unfortunately, it does, and you do have to be prepared. You have to make sure you have
We
water.
live right on the earthquake.
We live right on the fault.
Right.
Why we moved here, God only knows, but we live on the fault.
Right.
So you have to, be prepared. You have to have water, especially think about your pets.
Right.
Making sure you have food for them. And
so it's Sunday, March 30th, 1 to 3 at the lodge.
Correct. That's right. Mr. Four Seasons.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Are you ready to give up your crown?
Yes. I've had the crown way too long. I'm ready to give this up to the next Mr. Four Seasons. Now, I don't think you have a real date.
We do.
When is that?
May 17th.
Okay. But you need more volunteers.
Yes,
right?
we do. Come on, guys. Come out. It's a lot of fun. You dress, just make fun of it, actually. You could put on your funniest suit or a funny T-shirt. You could wear, I don't know, what do you do for a bathing suit? You could put on cargo shorts for your bathing suit.
Oh, yeah, it was. The last one we had, how many years ago was that? Whatever it was.
2019.
I mean, and the talent. I mean, one guy, Jim, taught us how to hang a picture.
And what about Ray? He taught us how to vacuum a rug.
Right.
I mean, that's the talent. So use your imagination. It's just a lot of fun.
So everybody there is now all excited to volunteer to be Mr. Four Seasons. How do they do that? Who do they contact?
They contact Debbie Hain, H-E-H-N, at the Performing Arts Club. You'll see the flyer up at the lodge.
Oh, there's a flyer at the lodge asking for volunteers to do this.
Yes, and you'll have all the information on who to contact. It's a lot of fun. We did it, Cindy and I did it in 2019, and we had such a blast doing it. And people involved had a good time as well.
So this crown can be yours. Is that solid gold?
24 karat.
Okay, it can be yours.
Okay, so now we could go to the yard sale.
The yard sale. Okay, so we're having a community yard sale. Let me say April 5th. And the reason we're talking about it now is because you don't just open your garage and sell stuff. You have to get a permit from the city, $15, and you have to get that from the senior center. And that's 45700 Aladdin, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4. But don't worry, all this information is at the lodge on what to do. And $15, you get a couple yard sale signs that you put in the yard.
So you get the signs?
Yeah, you get the signs, and then you turn the permit into the lodge, and then you'll be a part of the map. There'll be a map of the whole complex with the houses designated.
And you and your neighbor could get into it, and it would just only cost $15.
And you only got to buy one permit.
Yes, but your neighbor could bring their stuff into your garage or vice versa, and it'll be only $15.
So there's a couple email addresses and a phone number to call if you need information on that. But that'll be April 5th for the garage sale. And if you're not going to sell anything, it's still fun to walk around or get in your car or golf cart and drive around to the different garage sales.
Yeah, why not? Meet your neighbors, talk and,
And Wednesday, March 26th, that's the annual meeting, right?
Mm-hmm. That's our election day.
That's the election day for the... Now, this is the recall election and the election for the new board.
Correct.
We, because the recall, we invited the yes on the recall people, and they refused to come on.
Yes, they did.
The no people were going to come on, but I didn't think it'd be fair to just have one side.
No.
So we decided not to have either one on the air. People, they both have had open houses.
They both had meetings.
Meetings to discuss. So that's enough. People are tired of this. Let's just vote and get this over with, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, without a doubt.
And then we're going to bring the candidates on, because we've done that before, and people love that.
Yes, they did.
But this year it is kind of confusing because there's 8 people running for 5 positions if the recall is successful.
Well, yeah, even though you do have some that are on both sides.
Right, but there's 8 people running, and
But
then
it would have been
there's
too
5 people
confusing.
running on the regular one. It's just really confusing.
It
The
was.
ballot's confusing enough.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
hopefully, if we ever learn how to do an election here, next year there's another election next year,
Well, there's an election every
2
year.
for 2 positions, we'll have any candidate that wants to come on can come on.
Yeah. But we did invite everyone to come.
We did invite,
We
yes.
did.
Okay, it's the election. It's the recall election.
It's the recall election.
By now, everyone should have received an envelope from the HOA Election Experts, LLC. That's the official. And inside is a bunch of stuff. There's instructions on what you got to do. The candidate statements, if you don't know who they are, there's a whole
bios.
thing. The bios of every candidate.
Yeah.
The important thing is the official ballot.
Official
I
ballot.
call it side A and side B, but side A, do you want to recall the current board or not? You vote yes or no, and you put an X, yes or no. And then there's the election of the replacement directors if the recall is successful.
Yes.
And there's 8 people running. I'm going to run them up.
But you have to vote no matter what.
Right, yeah.
Even when you vote
We'll talk
no.
about that in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Dave Adler, Darrell Barber, Jeffrey Carr, Daphne Cortez, Elizabeth Ann Daly, Maria Miller Kerlock. Oh, it's Cookie. Okay.
That's Cookie.
And Michael Scogans and Larry Sharp. Those are the 8 people running for 5 positions. Mm-hmm. You get every household gets 5 votes.
It's called cumulative voting. Now, you could take those 5 votes and divide it up any way you want. You could give all your 5 votes to one candidate. You could split it up 3 and 2, or 2, 2 and 1. You could
The
do
important
whatever.
thing is, and if you want to vote multiple, like first guy is Dave Adler. If you want to give him 5 votes, you don't put the number 5 there.
No.
You put 5 little X's there. So each X is 1 vote.
Boy, do we know how to run an election.
Yes, and it's very important. Do not put more than 5 X's anywhere on the ballot because it'll be thrown out. Because the judges aren't going to know who you really meant to vote for.
No.
Now, this is if yes is approved. But it's important, even if you voted no, to vote for these people, right?
You have to do this. You just have to do this. Whether you vote yes or no, you have to do this.
It's very important to do
It is. Otherwise, your voting is going to be thrown out. This ballot will be thrown out.
And just as important, if you turn the ballot over.
Now, turn over the ballot.
Now, this is for the regular election. If we didn't have a recall, this is what we'd be voting on. 3 board members.
Right.
And even if you voted yes, you want to turn the ballot over and vote for 3 candidates on the other side.
Because you're not going to know whether the recall was approved or not. So you still have to vote. Now with this one, you only get 3 because only 3 positions are going to be vacated.
Right.
Again, cumulative voting. So you could take those 3 votes and do what you like with them. 2 and 1 or 3, 1, 1 and 1, but you get a total of 3. Okay, and the people running for this year's election is Dave Adler, Darrell Barber, Daphne Cortez, and Cookie Kerlock, Maria Kerlock, that's Cookie, and Michael Scoggins.
Right.
All right. Now, the asterisk next to these names just means that they're incumbent. They're already on the board.
Right. So then there's a couple other things on here. Tax resolution. Do you want us not to pay taxes or do you want us to pay taxes? I always vote, I don't want to pay taxes. So I approve the resolution that says we're not going to pay taxes.
Correct. And then they have the minutes from last year's.
Yeah, then I always vote yes that I approve the minutes from last year.
like we remember what happened last year, other than going to court.
Remember, vote both sides. One side you only get 5 X's. The other side, you only get 3 X's, no more. Then you stick your completed ballot in this thing that says secret ballot. You stick it inside, seal it, then you put it in this envelope, put your name and address up here, put a stamp here and mail it.
And make sure you sign it.
Oh, you got to sign it too. It's
If
kind
it's
of like
not
the
signed, it's going to get thrown out.
Yeah, it's like the California ballots when you vote.
Correct.
And if it's getting close to, what is that, March 26th?
Yes.
Don't mail them because it has to be in the office by the day of
26th.
the 26th.
Now,
So
you could go up to the lodge and hand that to them.
not to the people that work there on the day, you can't,
There should be a ballot box,
I think you bring it in the day of the election and hand it to the people. So if you have it right now, mail it, okay? So what are we talking about now? Okay, and you know, the whole recall, it's costing a couple $1,000s again to do a recall.
Why can't we do an election? What is our problem?
Well, yeah,
I have no idea.
I think this is the 3rd or 4th one in a row that we've had issues with.
Right, we went to court last year because people got dissatisfied of the results of the election, right?
Anyway, get your ballots in, that's very important.
It is important, it really is. This recall business is,
And now the segment,
what?
are you done?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not done. I'm not done because it's very, very upsetting to me that this community is so divided. You know, we come here to retire, to have fun, right? And then we have to deal with this.
Let's
Why?
just hope that whatever way it goes, and I'm not sure which way it's going to go, but whatever way it goes, when this is over, it's over. Let's move on, folks.
I mean, seriously, all you had to do was wait 3 months for the election. Why do this whole thing and cost us money? It just doesn't make sense to me. It really, really doesn't. I'm sorry they're disgruntled, but do what you normally do in an election. Vote for the people that you want in and vote the ones that you don't want.
Are you done now?
Is that a hint?
Yeah. And now the segment the segment that everybody's been waiting for. Our very own restaurant critic from the mouth of Mickey.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back. I heard one or 2 people at least was enjoying my restaurant reviews on here, which makes me very, very happy. Before we start today, we have some Irish news for you.
Oh, go right ahead.
Famous Irish pub and grill is closing in our area.
Really?
O'Kane's on Bob Hope and Gerald Ford, which is a very popular Irish bar, grill and pub. Was in the paper this week. It's suddenly closing due to the economic conditions, and they're going to move though, and they're looking for another place. And this week they're supposed to close just this week suddenly out of the blue.
But they're going to be moving?
They say they are, but until they do, we don't know for sure.
I love that place.
Ah, we haven't, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, this week I have a restaurant for you, a close one, and one a little bit of a drive into Palm Desert by El Paseo on 111. Old-time Italian, very, very da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Very old Godfather feeling.
Oh, that's what that was.
Big murals on the wall, red, dark, very Italian, East Coast Italian feeling, beautiful in there. The food was mostly very, very good.
What's it called?
It's called Castelli's.
Oh.
Been here a long time, way before I lived here, probably way, way before. Castelli's on 111. I started out with the calamari. It was superb. The outside was crispy, the inside was buttery and tasty and tender. One of the best calamari I ever had.
You know, it's hard to cook calamari.
I know that, but not there. It was a very big appetizer. It could have been a main course.
It wasn't chewy.
It wasn't chewy at all.
No.
It was buttery and soft inside and crisp on the outside. And the dipping sauce they gave was very, very good as well. The only negative was 2 of the people I was with had eggplant parmesan, and they both didn't think it was the freshest tasting, just out of the oven. They thought it might have been reheated.
They ordered eggplant.
Yeah,
Parmesan.
Parmesan. I like eggplant Parmesan. I eat it at home. Shirley makes it very, very good. But this was a little on the mushy side. The cheese wasn't fully melted, so she thinks it might have not been made fresh. And just like put in the microwave or something.
Don't order eggplant
Don't
Parmesan.
order eggplant Parmesan.
No.
But the linguine with meatballs that one of my friends had, he loved it. The red sauce he loved. Another one had linguine and clam sauce with clam. Beautiful little neck clams were in there. She loved it to death. Spaghetti bolognese, a very, very big positive from another friend of mine. Tasty, great bolognese sauce. And the garlic bread. Order the garlic bread because it was amazing.
Garlic bread was
We ordered a
delicious.
few portions of that. Today you pay for garlic bread. You never had to in the past, but
Right.
it's worth it. It's very, 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 very good.
You have a lot of friends.
We do.
And acquaintances and friends, both of them.
Okay.
Oh, an update on what you said before. I was listening to you guys before very intently. It's called Indio Town Center, where Winco is. You asked what that shopping center was called.
Oh, it is.
It's called the Indio Town Center.
Town Center, okay.
Yes, Indio Town Center.
Thank you, Mickey.
You're very welcome. I pay attention.
Yes.
I pay attention. Closer by, you can almost walk there from here. We have Lala's.
Lala's.
It's
I
a breakfast
love
and lunch
Lala's.
place. It's by the Starbucks near Winco and the subway over there. Pretty crowded. They do very good business there. A lot of booths. Food is very delicious. I've had waffles there, and the waffles were different from other waffles I've had. Like IHOP and that. They had like a special malt flavor to it. Special flavor. It was crisp, just like the calamari before. Crisp on the outside.
Was it airy?
Buttery on the inside. Airy, delicious.
Yeah.
The sauce they served with it was delicious. Shirley loves their avocado toast. It's a special kind of cheese they use. They use this cheese called panela cheese from Mexico, which is mild Mexican soft cheese, and she loved it in there. Did you know what panela cheese?
No.
That's why I'm the reviewer. It's panela cheese.
This is why you have the job, honey.
And also, the avocado toast comes with eggs any style you want.
Oh.
However, I go there more for takeout breakfast. I order yogurt bowls. They have two different types.
The
acai
smoothie,
bowls.
yeah.
No, they're not smoothies. They're smoothies as well.
Yeah.
But they have big yogurt bowls, acai bowls, and what's the other one? Pitaya
Pitaya.
bowl. And pitaya, by the way, is dragon fruit.
Oh.
In case you don't know
It's
that.
delicious. I've had
Really
that.
delicious. But they come in big plastic containers with a lot of fresh fruit on top. Strawberries, and bananas, and grapes, and pineapple, all kinds of stuff. And you get 2 meals out of that. You do get 2 breakfasts. It's for about $12, you get 2 breakfasts out of it. So it's really, delicious, cold, fresh, and delicious.
I eat the whole thing.
Wow.
Yes. No, that's about it.
Lala's. We like Lala's.
Yes.
So-
I do.
Oh, they also have a lot of Mexican dishes, though, which I don't sample. I go to Mexican restaurants. There's a lot of breakfast Mexican dishes like chorizo burritos and huevo rancheros and chili rellenos. A lot of Mexican stuff, too, for those of you that want to try
At
that.
Lala's?
At
Well,
Lala's.
At
Lala,
Lala's?
yeah,
Oh,
they do.
oh, I didn't know
They do
that.
a very big Mexican clientele in there. and they
Oh,
service
okay.
Everyone. They're very sweet people work there. Just a pleasure to go there. I like it very, very much. So we have Castelli's for old-time Italian. Just don't order the eggplant. Anything else was good. And Lala's, anything I've ever had was good, from the waffles to the avocado toast. And it's like a hidden treasure to me with Lala's. So I thank you both. And green, by the way, comes in many different shades.
Right.
you know.
Very different shades,
Green's a
right.
popular color here. And that's about it for this month's Mickey's Mouth. And the mouth will be back next month.
Great.
Take care, guys, and thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, hon.
So that's March. I'm Rick Wise.
I'm Shirley Schumann
See you next time in Indio.
in India.
This has been a Wise Words production. Hugh Jung, producer, and I'm Gary Bushkin, your announcer.